So today what I thought I'll have a look at is Kamala Harris because there's been a lot, she's been in the news a lot, mainly because the US election is happening this year and she has replaced Joe Biden. Expectedly or unexpectedly, everyone's got their 2 cents on that sort of why it's happened. Now, very unexpectedly, she is going to be the Democrat candidate. I mean, Joe Biden, we all thought it was going to be Joe Biden again, but it seems clear that he has lots of health issues and especially mentally as well. And it was all laid bare when he had that debate with Donald Trump some months ago. And I guess, very evident. So I guess the Democrats had to do something about that. It was clearly it was going to be a joke. Having someone that has mental capacity issues running for president again. So it looks like they made a deal behind the scenes where Joe was not going to run again and leave it to Kamala, which he has. He made a speech and that saying that he wasn't running and leaving the field open for the next generation, so to speak. And then they decided on Kamala because she was already vice president. And now they're billing her as the first woman of color that's going to be running. And and she's already chosen her running vice president as well, Tim Walz. So, what are her odds this year? Would she win or Trump would win? So I thought I'd have a look at her chart. Now, Kamala Harris was born on the 20th of October, 1964 at 8:34 a.m. Well, this is the information I have. So that's how I'm going to base the reading on. And as a reminder, the reading can only be as accurate as the date of birth is and the birth details are. Okay? Now, from this date of birth, her year pillar is Yangwood Dragon. Her month pillar is Yangwood Dog. Her day pillar is Yangwater Tiger. And her hour pillar is Yangwood Dragon again. So she's all Yang on her chart. Now, looking at a chart, she's got 2 dragons and a dog next to the dragon, and then there's a tiger as well. So dogs and dragons clash. It is a direct clash. So the issue's there, but they're also very earth-heavy signs as well. But she's got a tiger right next to a dog. And if those are familiar, tigers and dogs. And also the other one would be a horse that makes the trio of fire. But a tiger and the dog would still combine. And that produces fire. So, but then there's also another 2 dragons. So from this, we can say she's kind of like a weak follow the money. Not very strong, not definite because of the other 2 dragons. And because of that, she can also change according to what signs come along that can affect her combination or produce another combination. So she's not that defined or definite. So in a way, we can say that she can change. It's almost like she's got a changing chart. And those people that do have changing charts tend to do things like being actors or entertainers, comedians, that sort of thing, where they can assume another persona quite easily because they change. So that profession is good for them. Now, Kamala, with this type of chart, it kind of fits in, and she's been quite a bit of a chameleon. So at one point, she was promoting her Indian side, and now she's promoting her Jamaican side, that she's black. So I guess it changed according to what suits. Yeah, her mother's side's Indian and her father's side's Jamaican. But and I guess, especially I see people that are are mixed or half caste, they tend to use whichever side's advantageous to them at the time. I mean, an obvious one is Meghan Markle. She had a black mother and a white father. So in all her acting roles and her profile, she's listed herself as Caucasian white. And I guess she's pretty much lived as a white woman until she married. Then she started promoting her black side and pushing out that she's now become a biracial woman of color and black. And yeah, they're fans of her, and they're critics of her, those that love her and those that really hate her. She tends to bring out strong emotions on people. I guess partly a reason because of this as well, and partly a reason saying she's very two-faced and bullied lots of rumors and things, mostly from former staff that called her a bully, accused her of bullying. No matter what the real issues are in the background, the facts remain that she has problems holding on to staff. She's had so many staff resign. So it's an indication that there is something not quite right behind the scenes. So that's all we can go on. But anyway, back to Kamala. I just go through what she's been doing, her career. And it seemed to have started in 1990, where she became Deputy District Attorney of Alameda County, California. Then in 1994, she was appointed by her boyfriend, Willie Brown, to State Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board. Then in 1998, she became Assistant District Attorney of San Francisco. And in 2000, she ran the Family and Children's Services divisions in San Francisco City Hall. 2002 and 2007, she was a district attorney in San Francisco. And 2011 to 2017, she was Attorney General of California. And then after that, as we know, she became Vice President from 2017 to 2021, she was in the Senate. She was a U.S. Senator of California. And from 2021, of course, she became Vice President of the United States. Now, how does that all fit in with her chart? Well, in 1990, when she became Deputy District Attorney of Alameda County in California, that was a horse year. So, and like I mentioned, the trio is tiger, dog, and horse. They all combine to produce fire. So she had a set there, and so she was definitely a follow the money person, definitely with the fire. So that was strong, and that was clear. Now, 94, the next stage, when she got appointed by her boyfriend to the State Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board, that was a dog year. And so you've got an extra dog, and that combined with the tiger as well. So you had two dogs combining with the tiger. So yeah, it forces the fire. Now, 98, where she got her next tip. She was assistant district attorney, and 98, that was a tiger year. And so you have two tigers with a dog, with the one dog, and again you flip the other way, fire. So she tends to like fire. Now 2000, when it was a dragon year, 2000, and she ran the Family and Children's Services division, San Francisco City Hall. So then she has 3 dragons on her chart, and I guess she's changed there to more earth during that year. But however, during 2000, she was going into her horse fate cycle. So the horse, the tiger, and the dog combined to give her fire again. So she was pretty strong with that fire. Now, 2002 was another horse year. And again, that combined with the tiger and the dog to produce fire. So you had that full trio. And 2002, she was in the horse side. So it's very much still strongly favouring follow the money with the fire. Now, 2011 was a bit different. It was a rabbit year. Now, she already has tiger and dragon, 2 dragons actually. So with a rabbit, that forms wood, a seasonal combination of wood. So she became output. She changed that year. She became something else. And then at that point in time, I guess, she became Attorney General during that time. And now, 2017 to 2021. 2017 was a rooster year. And that combined with her dragon. Now, 2017 was also the end of the snake year. Her snake luck cycle. And the snake combined it with that rooster year. So then she had metal, as well as the combinations with the dragon and the thing. So it's very much metal. So she's changed a bit in 2017 to be resources. And now, 2021 was, she went into the Earth luck cycle. And 2021 was an ox year. And so then it really reinforced the earth element in her chart. So then she became follow the power. She wanted power. And then she got power, actually. So her thing is power, earth being her power element. And she got into that power position of being vice president. So what does it mean now for 2024, for the 5th of November, which is the election date, should say. So now her luck cycle, she is in the dragon luck cycle. And not only that, it's a dragon year. So fully lots of earth. So for her, it's a power. Now she's saying, consistently being power at this time. But what about November? We also look at the month besides the year. And the month is November would be a pig month. Okay. And that pig month combines with the tiger. Okay, that's a combination. But in terms of that, look, it's more like an earth with the 2 dragons I've got. So the pig wouldn't have that much effect. It does not reinforce it. With pigs by their nature is wood. So you have, on the one hand, you do have output, but you also have very strong earth. But what about the day? The day itself is going to be yin water rooster on the 5th of November. So the rooster, what does the rooster do? The rooster combines with the dragons. Okay, so she's got lots of combinations on that day, especially very emphasizing the dragon with its earth. So she's actually, looking at this, she's actually going to be pretty strong on that day. So whether or not that's going to be enough to defeat Donald Trump on that day is the question. So judging from that, yes, she does have a pretty good chance of winning the election on that day, from now to that day, provided, I guess, if nothing major happens, that would change. But from looking at this year, that would provide her with a lot of power, which she became the presidential nominee all of a sudden this year. And it's no longer Joe. Why? Because she's getting the dragon year. It helps her with her power. and that's cemented it. The month of November, not so much, being the pig, but the day is combining with her dragons. Now, there is a chance of the rooster interfering with the dragon operating the way that it wants to. However, it's only one rooster, and we're talking about 3 dragons, actually 4 dragons. Sorry, she's got 2 on her actual chart. She's in the dragon luck cycle, and it's a dragon year. So very much power that she's got. However, with so many dragons, it's clashing against her one dog on her month. Okay, so the dog gets poor dog gets beaten up, and the dog there actually represents her career. Normally, the months represent your business and your career. So that's pretty much buried, so to speak. So the dragons take over, but because there's so many dragons, it's pretty clear that it's Earth, which is her power. So good thing for her. That day, so she's set up pretty well for herself, according to her charts. She's looking pretty good. However, it depends on how the rooster is going to act, whether or not it'll lock up her chart. But it is only one rooster versus 4 dragons. So that it does combine. I mean, it's going to be too much for the rooster to worry about 1 against 4, even though it likes they combine, the rooster and dragon combines, but there's just too many. It can again get confused. I wouldn't say confused, but too many, and it gets basically split up by the 4 dragons, that poor rooster as well. And she's got that one dog that's going a clash with the 4 dragons. So whether or not that's going to be enough to interfere on that day for her, but also then it also depends on how strong Trump is going to be on that day. Okay. And you can listen to my prior reading on Donald Trump. I did a reading on him as well. So have a listen to that. And so, yeah, on Kamala, she's looking pretty good. And it looks like she may win. She's likely to win. But on the other side, maybe not as well. Okay? So that's my reading on Kamala Harris. Let me know what you think by leaving your comments on my Facebook page. You can search on Facebook for Miss Dragonfly, and that will come up. So that's my reading on Kamala Harris. Okay,